Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about virtuals. It seems like the hype is returning onto AI agents, as virtuals has been implementing some new things, creating some new hypes, and I've missed a lot of it because I was on vacation for my birthday, but now I'm back and I'm just catching up on everything. I already caught a quick 10x on the launchpad that they got there now. So before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 20k subscribers. If you guys would like to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down there, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can ask your most important question on how does that Patreon group works. As you guys know, we have been getting into some bangers. Like I said, I already called out a virtual agent that did a 10x today. Of course, you guys do not want to miss out on any of those plays. Check out that Patreon group. We get into a lot of crypto private sales, OTC deals lately, and it's a lot of good people in there just helping each other out with charts, opinions, everything. Also, check out my ebook to the essentials to mastering tokenomics. This will help you guys pick out your next gem in your crypto portfolio. As you guys should understand, market cap, fully diluted valuation, circulating supply, all of that. You guys need to understand tokenomics to be able to pick out the next gem in your crypto portfolio. Check out that, and there's actually a discount code in there for the Patreon group as well. Check all that out. Links will be in the description and in the comment section down below. And let's get right into the video, guys. So back in January, before the market went into the shitter, right, I did ask this question: could virtual protocol become the unicorn of this cycle? And I was loading up on more Convo and game, and that question still stands, because after virtual took a crazy tumble from about $5 and some change all the way down to 47 cents, guys, 47 cents. Imagine what that did to Convo and game. This went all the way down here, and then now it's back up to about $1.81 on its way to $2, looking like it's gonna go back and try to retest its all-time high. We don't know when it's going to do it, but it's going to be interesting to see how it does it, because it's only down 64% from its all-time high. Now, there's been a lot of things that's been happening so far in the ecosystem, from what they have been building, new agents launching, the hype coming back. Things is honestly just getting crazy, guys. AI agents is the hottest narrative right now, with a 60% price performance in just a week. This was in April 25th. As you guys can see, AI agents is the hottest narrative as of right now. Dexes is up there. I'm actually surprised that Dex is up there. Some GameFi is still up here, right? So you would think there you would see RWAs and DPIN. Well, DPIN is right here, but no RWA in sight. That's crazy. But AI agents is taking off as of right now again, guys. And of course, virtuals is leading the AI agent space as well, right? So for me, as long as virtuals does well and continues to actually pump, I do believe there's going to be a lot of hype again around AI agents. I don't know if it's going to be the mania of the, that we had a few months ago, where pretty much any AI agents came out and you could have gotten some good money off of it. But I do see that there is some building going on with virtuals. So now, when you guys go back onto the virtuals platform, you guys will see Genesis Launch up here. Genesis Launch essentially is like a launch pad. So they have combined like Pump Fund with a launch pad like PokerStart, Seedify, you even got DAO Maker. All of these is like launch pads, right? So they actually have a side for this launchpad type thing, where you're going to actually need to buy virtuals and actually hold some of these agents, so you can actually accrue some virgin points. Right now, the virgin points you actually use to stake them into these new launches here. Like, we're going to click on this one. This is something that we're going to be talking about when it comes out, actually, not this one. So something like this, as you guys can see, you'll be able to pledge your points here. The points come from holding the agents and actually trading them, and you also get points from your virtuals that you actually hold. And then this is the launch pad here. You combine the two, and you are able to connect into it and deposit your points in the max virtuals that you can get, right? So the thing is, this is like a launch pad, of course, right? So it's also kind of like a raffle system. So you might not get chosen, or your full allocation might not get chosen. So it's pretty decent, right? This is something new as of right now that actually has been bringing some hype. I missed some launches that went crazy today. I was actually able to Now, I was able to get a 10x on Nyoko here, which you guys can see is actually performing pretty well at a 4.41 million FDV as of right now. And it looks like it might go up a little bit more, but we got a 10x. I didn't get a full allocation on this. I called this out yesterday for anyone that actually wanted to get into it. There's a lot of new launches that's going to be coming up, but we're going to talk about that in a whole separate videos. Let's go back into these virgin points real quick. So Arbus AI actually put out this tweet here breaking down the virtual protocol launchpad, right? So the Genesis is building a fair pre-sale system for AI agent projects, right? Access isn't just about capital, but points, loyalty, and engagement in the ecosystem, right? So you have to really be in this ecosystem. So if you guys want to be a part of a group that's actually going to be getting right back into this ecosystem, you guys got to check out that Patreon group, because as you guys know, before we was getting into a lot of agents, and now it's going to be even more beneficial to trade and buy these agents, as you will be able to accrue more points to help you guys get into the Genesis launch, right? So what makes Genesis different, right? Dynamic allocation system. Participants pledge points for a share of 37.5% of the pre-sale supply. Allocation is proportional to pledge points and capped at 0.5% per user. Overcommitting is safe. Unused virtual is refunded 3x. So the participation flow follows as: 1, pledge virgin points; 2, commit virtuals, right? Only max virtuals that you could commit is 566. I want to say that's like about 1,800, I believe. Let me see. Well, I was wrong. It's about $1,000 as of right now. So that is a max virtuals that you can actually commit. Now, you do claim your allocation after the launch happens, right? So transparent refund, they got all of that. So why does this matter? Genesis flips the norm. No cabals, no snipers. Points reflect real contribution to the ecosystem. That is very important. Access based on engagement and not capital size. So even if you're a little fish in the pond, you could play and actually become a whale, depending on how you play this ecosystem a lot better, right? So Everything Empty also put out this tweet here for some high level design principles for virgin points. Holding agent tokens is good. Buy agent tokens even better. Participate in a Genesis launch, and hodl is amazing. Participate in Genesis, hodl, and buy more super epic. If you Genesis, you will be penalized. So it's better for you guys to hold it for a little bit. They're actually giving you guys incentives to hold these launches, so you don't just sell, right? But of course you guys can sell, but you'll just be penalized, right? So hold virtuals and stake Vader, right? So if you want to get some Vader tokens, you can stake those, right? Create content and submit a type form is very good. So I might submit this video onto the type form, and let's see if I'm able to get some points, guys. So let's say virtuals is actually going to get on its way back to $5, right? That's actually under 200% gain from these prices here. Now, if you guys been holding since I've been talking about this, I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't held for this long, because it's actually it's crazy to hold this long, right? But actually hold a decent portion of virtuals still left here, right? So if this actually gets back there, nothing too crazy, but like I said, if this is actually as a unicorn, what if it does get to about that $10 billion market cap? There's obviously a potential that it could get a lot higher, but this is like one of the price targets we did have back in January. So if it's able to hit a $10 billion market cap, that's under an 800% gain, which is very good as of right now, especially seeing where you might have held it or got in, especially if you got in at the 47 cent mark. That's pretty good, right? That's a pretty sizable gain off of virtuals. Now, with the success of virtuals coming back, that actually brings up the success of game and Convo. Look at game actually was down to about 1.5 cent, so it did about close to about 4x, right? So that's nothing too bad from its lows. Actually, from its lows is nothing too bad. Of course, we want to see this about up here, about that 36 cent mark, right? Its highs was 39 cent. It was just under 40 cents 4 months ago. So if the hype is coming back, could game actually get up there? You guys already know game has been cooking. It has been cooking, right? They actually get the success of the Genesis launch pads, right? They actually got the momentum from the virtuals hackathon. The framework is actually powering nearly every agent on the launch pad. Not to mention, it's going to be powering these game NPCs that actually is going to be, that they have partnered with, right? There's some gaming projects that they have partnered with. I forgot some of their names that they actually have partnered with. Next, you got Convo, which did a smooth 10x from the lows. It actually outperformed game from its lows. As you guys can see, its lows right here from back in early April, you could have got it just about, 0.0016. Now it's at 1 cent as of right now. So it did pretty smooth 10x, right? A pretty smooth 10x if you was able to get about around there or so, right? So this right now has me pretty happy that the ecosystem for virtuals is looking pretty hot. As you guys know, I've been a big proponent of game and Convo. Game a little bit more because this is what virtuals is actually promoting, and they have been partnering with different gaming ecosystem, and the framework is pretty important as of right now. So we're going to see how things play out as of right now, but it does look for the time being that virtuals and AI agents is coming back. Remember, stay tuned for another video. We're going to be talking about some of the hottest launches that came out and what agents you guys need to pay attention to going forward here, right? So if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We're on that road to 20k subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.